What's up guys, this is TIST ONE and we have young Chung behind the camera. We are at a trim factory. Why are we at a trim factory? Because when you're making a garment, a sewing factory doesn't make all the parts. Trim factory handles all the smaller parts of it. Let's say a neck binding, straps, weld pocket, things like that. And that's why it's very important. Trim factory plays a big role, and today I'm going to show you guys what they do. So it starts off with the ladies laying down the fabric on a cutting table, and then the fabric is cut into smaller blocks and they will be turned sideways and reattached. This is so they could change the direction of the fabric. So lady over here with the neon fabric, it's a different fabric, but I'm just showing you guys the steps. She is re-sewing the fabrics in a long way. After the fabric has been reattached, it gets sent over to a rolling machine. It gets inspected for any damages, holes or stains, and it will be rolled onto a paper tubing ready for cutting. Right here, the fabric has been rolled onto a paper tubing and it's being loaded to a cutting machine. Once properly locked in place, the fabric starts to turn and the operator starts to cut. It is adjusted and fixed to cut the same height every time he cuts it. Our first cut, boom. Here comes the second cut, boom. And our finished products. It looks like a 1 inch and 3/8 cross cut. Like I mentioned before, this is a very common item that gets made at the trim factory. Before I forget, the reason I came here was to pick up my item. This is a 1 inch width bandana strap. A few days ago, I dropped off sheets of bandanas so they could be turned into a 1 inch width straps. Here's white, and you can see black. I also made these into a 1/2 inch width straps. I was very pleased with the result. It came out super clean, just the way I wanted. 1/2 inch bandana straps. I was thinking about using these as fringes on a jacket sleeves. For the 1 inch, I may cut them into shorter length and use it as a accent trim. That's it guys, that's a wrap. We toured our trim factory. We got to see different stages, laying down the fabric, cutting them into yard blocks, reattaching because we wanted to change the direction of the fabric, cutting it into smaller discs, finished product. We picked up our bandana straps. I'm gonna add them to jacket sleeves. Really cool pieces, maybe later episodes. And before we leave, big huge shout out to Mrs. Lee for letting us be here. She's the best, super nice. My stuff is always on time. If you ever need some trims, check the link below. I'll put her address and her contact info. The place is called My Trim, and ask for Mrs. Lee, Cindy Lee, and just tell her the garment guy TIST sent you. That's it. And remember guys, we're saving one garment at a time. Hey, before you guys leave the channel, I wanted to share this one last section. I noticed there were these bags full of fabric, and I asked Mrs. Lee what these were, and she said these are the remnant fabric that gets thrown away, and she will be glad to donate for future projects.